Alrighty, good afternoon. Thanks everyone for joining us for the Morrowind tutorial. Class is in session.
Yeah, I've got my notepad ready.
Yes, Nace is joining us. So the general plan is we're going to spend about 15 minutes running through the tutorial, and then I'm going to restart the game, and then we'll do a proper run, and then Nace will be able to commentate perfectly.
Exactly, I'll know exactly what's happening.
Because Nace knows exactly what's happening. How much do you know about the game right now, Nace?
To be honest, not a lot, which is quite embarrassing as someone that's running Skyrim next. I have no idea what's going to happen, so yeah, I'm keen.
Excellent. All right, so yeah, if whoever's on tech desk could just tell me when we're about 12, 13 minutes, just so I know that I've got to speed up, because I don't want to go too far over estimate, because I know we're slightly behind. But if I do, deal with it. All right, so time doesn't start yet. Time will start on first actual input, which is my name.
What is your name?
What do you want my name to be?
Oh. Hello.
My name is now Hello. Easy. Problem solved. So 3, 2, 1. All right. Whoa! So for context, the world record is something, it's somewhere between 2 and 3 minutes. I always forget exactly where. About a minute and a half is the intro. Yep. And there's like actually a minute of gameplay.
That's fantastic.
So I will not be being that quick. I'll be significantly slower than that. What we're going to be doing is a much slower route than the world record, but it's also a lot safer, so that's cool.
Yeah.
So we're just going to come out here, come out to this hatch. So all this is basically character creation. So obviously we haven't chosen like a class or a race or so forth just yet. I don't think anyone's actually speaking, but that's fine. So we're going to choose Redguard. We want Redguard specifically because of... does it actually even say? Oh, there it is, Adrenaline Rush.
Yeah.
So we don't really care about any stat, except speed. We need a lot of speed. Of course. Because we're going to do some fancy stuff. We don't actually need speed because it's fast. We need speed because of something we're going to do in about 2-3 minutes. Did I get it right? All right, so we wanted to be on the left there, specifically, so we can get past the guard. So now we'll talk to this guy. Now we want to pause when he started to speak, so we can move our mouse, and our mouse will retain the same position when we unspeak. Now, I don't know why I can't hear him speak. I'm pretty sure that's my fault, probably.
Yeah, okay, so you can...
I can hear the game audio, I just can't hear the speech.
Yeah.
So we want to pick our class from the list. We want to pick Barbarian. You'll never guess why. Speed.
Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Absolutely. So once again, we want to pause so we can move our mouse. We also want to pause because outside there's a dude currently walking around. And we want to kind of keep him pretty good. Funnily enough...
The speed?
Speed,
wow. Incredible.
All right, so we're going to do a little interesting trick here. So I'm going to stamp the papers. I'm going to say that's fine. I'm going to pick up the paper, take this. Now we're going to do a little robbery. But if we come here and we grab the thing, we open our inventory very quickly. The guard is currently moving towards us. We're going to take the platter that we just stole, put it on the table. He's going to tell us no stealing. No stealing. Now we're going to steal it again. Oh, doesn't care. So we're also going to grab this flint because it's quite expensive. Come out here. Grab this ring. I'm going to tell us about the ring. So we're going to talk to this guy because we need to. We're going to say Morrowind and duties. So we've gotten a bit of money. Money's good. We need some money.
Fantastic.
If only it were that easy. There we go. So we need to find this guy, Fargoth. Because he lost his ring.
Oh, no. Poor bloke.
I found the ring.
Well done.
There you go. And that's going to give us a discount at the shop, which is very relevant later. So if you were really good at the game, you would actually cast Adrenaline Rush very early. Mm-hmm. But because we want to be very safe, I'm just going to chill.
Yep.
So we're going to come barter here. We're going to be very nice and slow, just so everyone can tell. So you want to buy 2 intervention scrolls, 1 unhinging, and a lockpick. Those will all come in later. So these are like 1-use spell scrolls. Oh, wait, hang on. I don't have many money because I forgot to sell all my stuff. So you also want to sell the platter and the flint.
Yep.
So now we should have plenty of cash. Very good. So we'll cast Adrenaline Rush now. So you'll notice we have 125 speed. That's going to come in very handy. As I said, we don't care about literally any other stat. So we're just going to run over here. We're going to find... Oh, where am I? Oh, there I am. Got a little bit lost for a sec. That's all right. So we're going to run over here. And we're going to find this guy.
Oh, I remember this guy.
So Tar Heel has made a terrible mistake. He's read the Scrolls of Icarian Flight and has not remembered to read another one.
Oh.
We shall not make that mistake. So, we're going to read an intervention. Intervention is going to take us to the nearest temple, which happens to be in Bal. Okay, we're going to need to load a save in a minute because it's raining.
It's right. Yeah, you were saying this.
So if it's raining, when I do a certain trick in a second, the game will crash, and that would be bad. So I do have a save where it's not raining. So we're going to come to this potion shop. We're going to buy a recall, a marking, and a rising force. And then we're going to buy another recall just for safety. We don't need another marking, though. So rising force lets us levitate, but it's quite slow. And recall and marking lets us like mark a spot, and then recall lets us go back to that spot, and that'll come in handy later. So we're going to say goodbye and cast intervention. Now at this point I'm actually going to load the save. Usually I wouldn't. What's relevant is you would, when you cast that intervention, make sure you stand very still. So we're about to line up a very specific jump, and if we're not in a very specific spot, you will not land in the right spot.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to load this save, because if I make this jump, the game will crash in about 4 seconds after I do the jump.
Because of the rain?
Because of the rain,
Because of the
yeah.
rain,
I
okay.
think there's a patch for that. I just don't, yeah. So we're going to come to our Scrolls of Icarian Flight. We're going to line up. You'll notice on the wall here, there's like this pattern.
Yep.
We're going to line up with, not to the left of where it sort of dips down. We're going to come to where it sort of jumps, like spikes up. And we're going to take a couple of steps backwards. And we're going to sprint forwards, cast, and we're going to jump.
Whoa! Oh my goodness.
Now we're going to roll another one. I need to look at where, yeah, perfect. So now we're going to do a bit of movement here. Basically, you just want to hold sprint and forward. That's all you need to do is just hold sprint and forward. Why don't I have... Okay, that's fine. I ran out of adrenaline rush, but we're okay. So we've now made it to basically the end of the game.
Wow.
End game area, at least. So, very good. I'm surprised I got that first try. So that's very good.
Awesome. Well
so we're going to
done.
come in here. This is way darker than it should be. It's a new monitor, so that's all right. I'm actually just going to jack up the brightness quickly so I can actually see. Gamma correction. Perfect. There we go.
Ooh,
Now I can
my
see everything.
goodness.
Excellent. There we go. So we're going to grab this weapon. That's going to come in handy. And I'm going to grab keening. So keening is very, very important. So we are specifically running on a down-patched version of Morrowind. Now, keening, you'll notice here, if we have a look at our stats, you'll notice if we equip keening, we get some stats, and then we immediately die.
Fantastic. That's exactly
So we're not
what
going to
we
load that. We're actually going to load a different save. Which
Yeah.
here's one I prepared earlier. So it's in exactly the same spot.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do here is we're actually... Actually, it's a bad save because I've already done it, but I will demonstrate the trick anyway.
Yeah.
You'll notice how this time we have
Whoa.
lots of speed.
Yeah,
so
that's
if
a
we
lot of
actually
speed.
just scroll our mouse wheel down, you'll notice how usually if we just equip keening and then unequip keening, our speed goes up and our speed goes down.
Yeah.
That makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah, of course.
But if we just do this, we keep all that speed.
Oh, okay. So you're just able to like infinitely
Yeah.
stack.
So we have
Oh, geez, you moved very
too much
quickly
speed.
there.
So I'm actually going to reload that save because I actually want about 3,000 speed. Now, if you're running this game at home, you actually will have access to auto hotkey. That is actually allowed in the speedrun.
Okay.
And there's an auto hotkey which will scroll down. I forget exactly how long, but it's a certain amount of clicks down per second based on the fastest free scrolling mouse that exists.
Yeah. Okay.
They chose some random mouse and said, all right, this is how many times you can do it. That's allowed. If your macro does more than that, you're cheating.
And it's going to get you to exactly what, 3,000?
No.
Or to around that?
Yeah, you just
around
actually
there.
turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, no worries. And that is perfectly allowed. I don't use it personally because it doesn't work well for me.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, but that's all right. So we're going to come outside again. And we're going to drink our rising force. We're going to come around here to the side, through here. We're going to come to this area, and we're going to drink our marking. We're going to point just to the left. Come over here. We're going to make sure we're pointing relatively to the ground.
This is like... Oh.
Oop!
rest
Oh,
of
I
it.
had keening equipped still. Whoops.
Oh.
So, yeah, so there's a trick you shouldn't do. Don't have keening equipped because otherwise you'll die.
Yeah.
Because even though we have 4,000 HP, that keening does a lot of damage. So in the lore, keening and sunder, we're actually off to get sunder right now. They are like the very mystical weapons, but they're also very powerful. They're too powerful, in fact. You actually need another mystical artifact to wield them safely, which is a Wraithguard. We don't want to go get Wraithguard. Where am I? So that's the problem with moving so quickly. I have no idea where I am. I'm actually going to load again because I've actually got myself lost. So this is the problem with moving so quickly. You have no clue where you are.
There is such a thing as too much speed.
There is absolutely such a thing as too much speed. And I've lost my bear. I went over the wrong bit of the map.
Ah, okay.
So Usually you'll come here, you'll mark about here over this,
Yep.
and then you'll come right over here and then look down. So that's my problem. I looked over now we're at the right spot. So now we come into this here. Now we need to go get Sunder. So we've got Keening, but we need Sunder. So I'm just going to give myself a little bit more speed and just clip out of bounds. In order to clip out of bounds, literally just sort of waggle.
Yeah.
When you've got 3,000 speed. So when you've got 3,000 speed, the game's not as good as it should be at So this is the guy we need to kill. We're going to wind up an attack, then open our inventory. So our attack's like, we are ready to strike. I'm going to equip our lockpick, and he's dead. we did a lot of damage.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, the lockpick does like infinite damage, but you can't actually swing with it.
Oh,
so we
if you
like
start
buffer a swing. So we're going to grab two things here. We're going to grab Sunder, which we need.
Yeah.
And grab the amulet, which gives us some extra floating. And then we're going to drink our recall. So now we're back here. Now, if you're really bad at video games and a coward, you can open this crank and it will open this door. But if you're not bad at video games, says the man making the save, you won't open that. You won't clip that valve. You will actually come here. So we'll equip our amulet. We'll get some more floating. And we're going to try and clip through this rock. Oh, we don't have Sunder out. And try and clip through this thing. And we're going to try and get to the door. But you can tell it's a bit hard because we've got 3... Oh!
Whoa!
Let's go. So now we're in... So now we're in the final area of the game. I'm not going to say too much about this, even though this is a tutorial. Literally just do the same clip. Like, point up, do some waggling,
and waggle,
and you'll get out. I'll do another... You can do another cast here when you get to this room. Now this one's a bit more finicky. We want to actually come specifically to the door. There we go. This one's a bit more finicky, so we're going to actually point at the door this time, as opposed to just waggling, because we want to clip through the door.
Yeah.
A lot more, because just the walls are a bit harder to clip through. So we're going to do one more. We should be able to get through. Come into the door. So make sure. Get a bit more speed. Oh, there we are, and we're out.
Nice waggle.
Very good waggle, in fact. So this is the final boss. We're going to hit this, the Heart of Lorcan with Sunder. Oh, we need to be in the right spot. There we go. Then we hit it 5 times with Keening. And as soon as it explodes, there we go. We're going to come up. Whoa!
Oh no.
Cast! There we go. Now we're floating again. We're a bit slow. Now we're going to come over here. So we actually need to get out of the chamber now, but we don't really have a way to get out. So we're going to just clip out of bounds. I'm going to use the door from the back end. And now you know how to run Morrowind. That's it. Game's over.
You no longer bear the burden
Oh my
of
goodness.
prophecy. You have achieved your destiny. You are free.
So now instead of... I need to reset the game now. Because if I don't, recalls don't work.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So now I'm going to do a full speed run instead of having to explain everything.
And I'm ready to commentate, I think.
Yeah. So this should just work. Nah, just keep going. I looked over to make sure I have enough time to actually just do a run as opposed to explaining everything. So...
All right, welcome everyone to the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Softman is going to be running any percent. The first minute is sort of just tutorials. There's not much going on, is there?
Character creation, tutorials, yeah.
Yeah. What should the name be this time?
It's called ASM.
ASM. Nice.
We never see the name. That's why I didn't make it an incentive. Actually, you do in the top left. Cause I got
Yeah, with your stat screen.
Actually, that's one thing I forgot to mention. So a lot of the stuff you see on screen is all in the config file. You basically can just download the config file off the Elder Scrolls Discord.
Yeah, okay. Just so it's prepared for when you start playing, right?
Yeah, so if you actually want to go play the game, you can the video that I've given. I'd like to think it's a reasonably good explanation of what to do. But obviously there's a lot of down patching and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's not on the speedrun.com resources page, it's in the Discord.
Cool.
Because great people there.
It's funny how looking back now, look how slow you're going.
Yeah.
So choosing Redguard for speed. Yeah. And nothing but speed. It's going to be... You're going to steal something because you need to sell it.
Finish creating our character first.
Yes, of course. Line your mouse up to be able to click something at the right time.
Almost made a whoopsie.
Ooh. It's nice how they talk through the pause menu. The steed for speed.
Okay. Pick up. take.
Steal that, but chuck it down and then steal it again, and they don't care. Nice.
Yeah, I don't think I need the Flins. I'm going to skip the Flynn this time.
Grab Fargoth's ring to give back to him, so you get a discount in the shop.
Oh,
Oh,
running away a bit there.
he was, yeah.
Oh, excellent.
Nice. Gonna go to the shop and buy some potions after selling the little platter that you stole.
Lockpick.
That's right, the greatest weapon of all time. Oh, look at that speed. 125, you say?
Yeah.
125. I remember that number.
Time for a quick donation while we're running.
Probably best to wait till after.
Sure.
Which
Okay.
won't be long. Because, yeah, we're about to get into the good stuff. So, intervention to Balmora.
Right.
It's not raining. I have no idea whether
That's so good.
there's actually, like, you're supposed to have it be raining or not, or whether it's based on system clock or something. I have no clue.
Bunch of potions.
We'll just grab one set this time, because she'll be right.
Yeah, she will be.
So I'll make... Actually, I've already got a save.
That's right, you're going to line up with the wall here, take a couple steps back, and then go blasting off.
Read another. Yep, perfect.
Just across the entire game.
Excellent. That's even better jump.
Nice.
Last-
Landed right at the door.
Yeah, last time I actually lost Adrenaline Rush in midair. I don't know why.
That's right, yeah.
The save might have just been slow. This time, let's go. Alright, so this time we actually get to see me do the scroll.
Yeah.
So if I was good, I would be like doing this in midair as well, but I'm just going to do this.
It's going to Softy is aggressively scrolling on this wheel.
Yeah, that should be enough.
Fantastic. And then just... It's like you're in no-clip mode. Like...
Yeah, so yeah, Rising Force. Usually Rising Force would be really slow. Like, it's literally rising force. And you just sort of very vaguely ascend. But turns out when you got like 3,000 speed.
a little waggle to get out of bounds here. Ooh.
Where am I? Oh, I am out of bounds, but I'm in the wrong bit of out of bounds. I think I'm on the other side of the... Where am I?
Yeah, I think
there
you're on
I
the
am.
other side of the door.
There we go.
Yeah, nice.
I just need to get here. Okay, no, fine. So yeah, if Rising Force happened to run out, and I was in mid... Where am I? What?
Oh.
There I am. Okay.
So you're going to swing with your weapon, then switch to the lockpick, because the lockpick does infinite damage.
Where am I? I have not done... Oh, there I am. Ah!
Nice. And through the little dwarven thing that... If Softy was a coward, he would have opened the door, but...
Hey! I
Hey!
know! Oh, yep.
Hey. Nice little waggle to get out of bounds.
A bit more speed. So it's a bit harder to gain speed once I've now got Sunder, because now I've got 2 weapons to scroll through, and Sunder doesn't give speed.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. One risk is if I go out of bounds and I go too far, I actually lose the world.
Oh.
And that can be problematic if you don't know where you are. Oh! Hang on, I think my float has... There we go. So if your float... Again, if your float expires, you might be in trouble because you will have no idea where you are. Come on!
A nice waggle.
No, that's not a waggle. That's oh yeah, so because I don't have all 3 of like the super powerful artifacts, Dagoth here will be like, yo, why are you even bothering to be here? It's if you try and equip Sunder, you'll die. What are you doing? It's like, nah, actually, no, we're good. We good.
Morrowind gave a lot of like freedom to its players, didn't it? Just
Absolutely, yeah. Because like obviously you'll know, like even if I didn't do all this, I didn't need Keening or Sunder. I can't get out. I'm actually going to be in big trouble here because I don't think I have enough float charges.
Oh no.
And yeah, this is definitely, in my view at least, this is definitely the hardest like clip. I might just give myself even more speed. Actually, that's
Ooh,
That
jeez.
should be enough.
We're going to break the sound barrier soon.
Please, I beg you, out of... Oh, I'm not floating. That's probably why. My float must have ran out like a long time ago. And I just never... There we go.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, and I even found myself. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we've got to be very quick because we don't
I
have
was gonna
any more
say,
float
you
charges.
wouldn't be used to that.
One Sunder.
5 with Keening.
Very quick, very quick. Might be in trouble here. I'm not getting out.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, no, where am I?
Oh.
Oh, no!
Oh, no, ran out of float.
I'm in a little bit of trouble because I can't actually finish the game.
Wait, really?
So
Oh,
the
no.
problem is, maybe I can go up. No! Too much speed. Oh, no. I'm in so much trouble. Alright. I completed the game once. That counts, right? Nah, I'm going to call that because it's almost an estimate. But yeah, so I ran out of float charges.
Yeah.
Because I just did not do well, unfortunately.
I don't think you listened to your own tutorial enough.
I didn't. No, I should have actually paid attention. But yeah, as I said, what do you call it? If I hadn't, so this is potentially why. A very old strat. Just got a couple more seconds. The very old strat used 2 markings, so
Yep.
you marked in that final room
Okay,
before
yeah,
the
yeah.
final boss, and
Oh,
then you
just
did
in
another
case.
recall.
Yeah.
As opposed to doing that clip. But then it's like, well, you can just clip. So
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that. You've now learned how to play Morrowind and almost seen a completed full speed run, except for not being able to clip out of bounds. So up next is Skyrim.
Yeah. Well done, Softy.